points. Okay. I think we have a new face. I think Zishin only be able to join in the afternoon session. Zishin, can you start and share to us what is your center goal? Just now we have the activity, the 5 minutes activity. So what is your target for at the end of this year? Your
Give me some time. Give me some time to think about it.
Okay. It can be in terms of quantitative. It can be also in terms of qualitative. Okay. Who are ready in this group? Miss Suganti, can you share?
You always call me lah.
Yeah, because we've been in a project together, so I know you have your target, so you can share.
Okay, quantitative, I think I want to.
But Miss Suganti, you are a bit slow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can you hear?
Yeah, can. I think it's quite clear now.
Okay. Quantitative, I want to go back to my 200 student count.
200 student count. Do you have any qualitative goal?
Yeah, qualitative is, I think the first thing I want to improve is, of course, currently on the center management.
Center management.
With my full-time staff.
Okay, the full-time. I think the qualitative, if you want to have a more capable assistants, right, to help you running your center, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, and okay, then let's go and see. My next question is that, okay, along the way, especially when we work together, right? Okay,
yep.
So what are the strengths that you are able to see? It could be in yourself, in your center as overall, or your assistants or your students. What are the strengths that you able to, to see, to identify?
Oh, okay. My strength currently, my strength as far as my physical class, I mean even online class, I think my team yeah, my assistants are my strength.
Yeah, your assistants are now, how do you categorize, or how you, can you try to put it into words, how you see your assistants' capability?
Basically, before this, we've been doing online and all that. And of course, a lot of challenges when we started back to physical this year, right? So they're able to put everything into perspective, meaning to say that before this, basically is online and packing, all right? We have also, because of online, we have also minimum staff helping us, and then now we have more because, and also now it's hybrid, so we have more physical and online staff coming in, so we can see that now after 6 months down the line, I can see their commitments, the way they instruct the students, the way they deal with the student, the way the attachment to the students are better compared to when we started back in January. So I see the assistants are doing a great job. And my strengths are always communication, as you are aware. So
correct.
Yeah,
yes, I really agree. Your instructor strength, you personally, is communications. I think you have done frequent communications. I think almost to daily communication to students and parents, right? Yeah, I think that is very
yeah,
great.
during the year period. So now I want to pass that down as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So how about is there any other points that you would like to look into and further improve this year? It could be even from these 2 points of view, from your assistant capability and your communications activity, or it could be others activity as well that you would like to improve.
Yeah, I would like to. I think we are also more on the Facebook now, and then that is just to boost the numbers. Anyway, as far as the staffs are concerned, I think I still want to enhance on the lower level training.
Lower level training. So
Yeah,
you want to level up your assistance capability, right? Especially on the preschooler.
as far as instruction is concerned.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Ms. Ganti. Zishin, are you ready? Can you share?
About center goal?
Yeah. What's your center goal at the end of this year? It could be qualitative or quantitative or both.
I think I will want to focus more on improving the center management, how to manage the center with more than 200 students, and also improve the staff capability because so the staff will be able to handle the students better with better instruction, and also be more focused on the students' learning condition instead of just doing the daily work. I mean the routine work. And I think about the quantitative one, when I look at my data, I think the part that I can improve is about the advanced students rate. Maybe I will need to look into it to increase more and help my students to advance a bit more faster than before to achieve more advanced students rate, especially the 2 years and 3 years advanced.
2 years and 3 years. Okay, I think it's very specific. And I just want to ask, because one of your qualitative goals is actually to improve center management, because you said you would like to get more skills in terms of handling more than 200 students count. Is it when you discuss about center management, are you referring to the slotting, or is it layout, or what are the specific things that you want to improve in terms of center management?
I think a lot of things, because when the students getting more, then we will need to, like, not only me myself is able to do the setting or reviewing the students' progress, and I hope my staff, my assistants will be able to do the same things. I mean, to share the load also, so we are able to handle more students and also maintain or improve the quality. Yeah, I think basically this is the part.
Okay. And I think your qualitative goal is actually for, you wanted to have more advanced students for SHR 2 and 3. So on this part, I believe you realize and reflect your SHR a little bit. There's a big gap, or maybe a big gap in terms of SHR 1 to SHR 2 and 3, right? So is there any improvement points that you would like to do in order for you to get higher SHR 2 and 3? What are the things that you think that you want to do?
I think partly because of the setting is a bit more conservative for myself. I think currently, because of the online study, because some of them, still a number of them are doing online classes, so we are not able to see them very frequently. So to be safe, I think the setting is become more conservative.
Okay.
So if I'm able to see them personally, maybe face to face, and I will try to, of course, to be more efficient in helping the students to catch up the new topic or maybe the new level when learning something new. Then I think this one can help to improve the progress of the students. I mean, they're able to learn something advanced or something new faster or more efficiently.
Correct. Yeah. I think you have the answer, Isa. I think you mentioned because you're a bit conservative, but I think when the times come and when you find more courage to have more daring setting to students, I think you'll be able to get your qualitative goals to have more 2 and 3 years advance. Okay. Thank you, Zishin. And then who wants to share? Yeah, Miss You. Hi, Miss You.
I would like to ask to Sing. Okay, the question is how to increase or move the students towards the SHR 2 and 3 if the students do not have the ability. As far what I know is students, we actually improve, like, progress them according to their ability, right? So how? I need to learn all this.
Okay, Zishin, I think you can try to share to Miss Yu. I think she's wanted to know from your experience when you're dealing with your students.
Because when I look at the data that you sent to me, I compare to the national average, right? I look at my rate is actually below, quite far below the national average. So I believe in averagely, I can help to do more for my students, like to look into individual students that who is having the ability or able to maybe progress a bit more faster. I mean, maybe I can try to communicate with them more, or try to be looking them in another way on how I can help them. Probably this is the thing that I'm thinking. Not all are, of course, those that I think is potential or they are having the ability and they are having probably good
attitude,
support
right?
from the
Yeah,
parents.
good support. Correct. Yeah. I agree with Zishin. I think in order for us to think it one way is to find students that we are able to stretch, but we have to look into a few factors. The first one is whether the kids can be stretched a bit more. Probably in terms of the setting, you can give a bit more, or maybe in terms of the support at home. Because I think when we are having online class, we realize that a lot of parents are involved more. And when they involve, the progress of students are very fast, even comparing to physical class itself. And also another thing, I believe everyone will agree in terms of the study attitude itself. If the students have the motivations, have the discipline to do the work on daily basis, submit homework, I think this is students that we can look into to stretch more, right? Okay. So thank you, Miss Yu, for the question, and Zishin for sharing. Okay. Yes.
I would like to bring this point. Okay, is it to match the company KPI or just to get something? Because what I see, not all the students they have the potential. Because I have an experience like transfer in students already in Go level. Okay, already in Go level. Oh my goodness, can't do. All right, and then when they find out from the instructor, they never do any achievement test. That's it. That's why it just keep going. And then never mark the worksheets also. Just bring the students, bring the worksheets, 2021 worksheets, one whole pile, January, pass to me. That's why I was very, very upset about this thing. Why must go for the SHR? If I thought this one is actually go naturally, it's not like pushing all this. So when I talk to my parents, I told the parents, I say, you are sending your kids here for study to improve, not to get a medal.
Okay.
You're right.
Okay.
Agree
A
with
very
you.
good question from Miss Yu. Okay. So I think why we are looking into advanced students is because we want to to find the potential in students, because in Kumul we are individualized. So we want to see if we have a student that having extra potential, and we are not looking into office KPI. It's really based on your center itself. Okay, so that's why for one more thing on the instructor side is actually you can try to draw out your students' potential. And on student side, when they are being advanced, from office side and center side, we are actually acknowledged and we recognize their effort. So this is also to motivate them and to let them know that you are actually have the potential to do beyond what you can do. So actually there's nothing much on the achieving the KPI. Is more on how we can see the kids differently, how can we find the potential in students. But I think it's a good point by Miss Yu. I think yes, I think during COVID-19 hits us, maybe the center management of a center a bit, kelang kabut sikit. So that's why maybe the homework is not being marked. So maybe parents are asking. So maybe to get SHR also a little bit difficult. Okay, I really understand on that part. But I believe most of center actually try to recover back. Miss Ganti, you want to say something?
Okay.
I have a question for Miss Yu. when you get this kind of transfer student, what do you actually do?
Okay, I actually do a DT. In fact, I follow, okay, I follow what levels that they are in, all right? So I will follow. But when the first lesson, when I observe them, they can't even do, they are still using fingers. They must write the calculation, side calculation, everything. So, and they took up about half an hour for 2 pages. So that's why I decided to let them do a DT.
Okay, so what was the conclusion after that?
Okay, after that, then I actually pull down the levels and I talk to the parents. Yeah. So the parent accept because at home they say she can't do and she always ask the parents.
Mm-hmm.
Why the parents say she can't teach anymore because it's already in level G. But the only primary 4. So when I check, she can't do. So I told her, doesn't matter, we will go back to the fractions. Much more lower, but I actually want her to do the fractions, since already in level G. Yeah.
I think basically this student, I think she or he did not come for class, or they've been like taking back homework pack and didn't come for online or rather even physical. I think that kind of situation, it could be this kind of situation where that's why the child was not supervised and depending on students, depending on parents at home.
Because she came for the online class and I don't know, when I saw all the homework, then actually I do ask the instructor, the previous instructor, and the previous instructor say it's all the assistant's fault.
I think Miss Ganti, I really interested to know Miss Yu. One of the point that Miss Yu bring up is actually the students actually P4 and level G, the students feel challenges. I think the point is when advanced students at certain levels, they will also feel challenged. And I think maybe we can discuss when they feel challenged, how do you usually, guide or maybe change the setting? If this is your student, Ms. Suganti, so if students starts to have challenge, how would you, guide the students?
I think basically if they're advanced students, they have to face the challenge. There's no doubt about it. They have to face every new, whenever it's a new topic, every time there is a new challenge, they have to face it. Right? If you ask me, if they face challenge because of some other situation whereby you can let them review the worksheets to the previous worksheet to make them a little bit comfortable due to any reasons, yes, you can do that. But if they have to progress, they have to face the challenge. Because as an advanced student, every new sets will be a challenge for them. So it is something that you have to face it. It's just like life. You have to face the challenge. So no doubt, you have to go back to your comfortable life. No, you have to face it.
Okay, I think this is a good discussion. Thank you, Miss Yu, for the issue raised up, and also Miss Suganti for sharing. Okay, maybe we can continue back, to our discussion. Okay, who wants to share? Maybe we can have one more instructors to share what is your center goal and what you want to improve for this year. Doreen? I think, Doreen, you have a very clear goal as well. Okay. One of the things you are looking into instructor, right? National Instructor Excellence Award. So what are the things that you would like to improve?
Okay, the
that?
first thing, of course, will be the number of net increase at the end of the year, positive net increase. This is what we target for. And then another thing is my EHSR rate, like just now mentioned by Zixin, right? Actually, I believe that every child, they have the potential. Is how we are going to discover it. We need to study the progress. Actually, sometimes like for me, I don't really Charlie and go through their actual progress. Actually, they might be advanced higher. Like I feel that I retain. I quite keep more like repeating. Like I'm not confident of myself. Like actually, they have the potential. Let's say we move forward. This is my problem. So actually now my current EHSR rate is still under the national rate. So I do hope that at the end of the year, it can more than the national rates. This is my aim for the quantitative. And then for the qualitative, of course, is a communication skill. We do have I can have the very, frequent communications with the parents, the system, from time to time, because like sometimes normally what we do is how basic is based on the student problem. So we hope to improve on that. As well as, of course, the staff training side, this is the ongoing things.
Okay, I think
that's
for
our
Doreen,
part.
I can ask you another question because we have
Yes.
around 4 things that you want to look into. So what are the first priority that you would like to improve first in order for you to be able to achieve,
I
you
think
know,
both.
have, yeah,
You have to
among the
balance
4,
out
what would
the
be your
both.
first priority?
Okay, let's say the number of students increase. Of course, the percentage must be increased of the AHR. If not, it's limited, right?
Yeah, so I think you would like to focus on the recruitment, right? To have more students in this year.
Yeah, actually, my recruitment is quite low for the past few years. Just like I have good retention, but not many new enrollment actually.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Doreen. Okay. And then maybe we can have Lucia. Are you there?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Do you mind to share with us what is your center goal by December 2022?
Okay, all right. I definitely want to break through to 200 and above. Okay, and the other thing is I feel that I don't want to, you see, I was in a dilemma. I find that the older command instructors were more conservative, we let our students move on a little bit slower. Then maybe the younger ones, I'm not sure whether I'm right or not, because I have got transfer students like Miss Yu, like that. When they transfer in, wow, I say do until A already, but don't know how to still use fingers, and then still almost half an hour for 5 pages and things like that. So for this, even though I want to improve on the quality, I think when the students are at a lower level, I must make sure that they have acquired the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division skill. So make sure that they are really good before I move them on. And then maybe not to be too over conservative. Last time I really, when they cannot do or many mistakes, I repeat yes. When they're long time also, I repeat so many times, and then I realize cannot. And up to a certain time, I see that they can do, but it's just that certain other problems they cannot improve on their timing. But they know how to do, I will move them on. So where the retention rate, I think quite okay. Just that we need to, our parents' communication and students' communication, motivation, all this, we have to carry out all this. But the moving on, I think I told one of my students, come, don't come, and all this, do, don't do. But really 5 years, he can do, but except that he too many activities. So I told the mother, I say, if you're going to carry on like this, I say I want my student to have INTI, real qualification for 5 years or real qualification for 3 years ahead. So I will encourage the parents to monitor their children more at home. So nowadays, when I do PO and all this, I will tell the parents that I noticed that those parents who are involved, in monitoring their children, they will improve and progress smoother and faster. So that's what I think I will carry on doing that, and maybe pay more attention, because sometimes it's too busy. So that now this meeting goes on and reminds me that I really need to be more, paying attention to the lower level, make sure that they can, they can really master the calculation skills.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Lucia, for your sharing. Okay. I think along the way when you shared, okay, your main goal is actually to train students to acquire the 4 basic operations, okay, sufficiently
Yes.
up to A, okay, and you also have a clear plan. So your next action plan is you would like to try to maybe a bit more change your setting to students, okay. So you don't want to be a little bit conservative, okay. So with this plan, right, okay, I just want to ask you, in order to stretch students, okay, to improve the skills in students, do you think we need to get the parent support more, or is it you can try to adjust the setting? So which one is internally or externally that is important to you?
Both.
Both, right?
That means I will encourage the parents that they need to monitor more closely. And then the 2 is my setting. Maybe I'm, I will keep repeating, but nowadays I don't. I give them 1 round and I see where, last time we have to, we cannot like go in the middle, like what they are poor at now. And then at that level, we at that set now, we repeat. When we repeat now, I was told we have to repeat from, let's say, 1-7 something not so good. Then we have to start from, what to say, we can, that means when we give 2 repeats, then we have to, 1 round like that. Cannot, take up, there must be a flow like that. But nowadays, I don't know whether I'm doing the right thing or not, but I give them 2 rounds, not all the same, but basically like that, 2 rounds, and then later I will see where they are more they are poorer at, more mistakes, then I'll repeat that set. Otherwise, last time I would have just repeat them, sometimes until 4-5 times.
Yeah, okay.
Now
so,
I change a bit.
Correct. I think you are very clear. So you want to improve the setting and also to do parents communication concurrently to improve the students' ability itself. Okay, that is great. Okay. So can we have Leanne? Hi, Leanne.
Hello.
Maybe you can start sharing with us what is your center goal and what do you want to improve, or what are the things that you want to do first in order to achieve the goal?
Actually, my plan this year is to train up my assistant so that I will have a stronger team to handle with the number of students more than 200. Because I feel that if me working alone, it's actually very limited. So I will need to slowly allocate the job like worksheet setting to my assistant, and also training them to study worksheets so that they'll be able to handle the student during the class. So I can focus more on setting target for students and communication to parents.
Okay, Leanne, in order to achieve these goals, right, that you have in mind, okay, so you mentioned that you would like to do the assistant training, right? Okay, but do you have any idea how would you like to run your assistant training? Is there any specific group of assistants, or is it all together? Is it grouping or individual?
More to individual. So actually, I will request my assistant to do the worksheet study. Then I go through the worksheet together with the teacher.
Okay, and also kan, because you mentioned you want to have stronger team, okay? What do you mean by a stronger team? Is it because of the capability, or is it because their, their involvement with the students? What do you mean by stronger team? Is it in terms of the ability?
Yeah, ability wise. Because right now, my assistants actually they are quite new. After MCO, I recruit many assistants go, then I hire the new one. That's why I need to train up the new teachers to take up the job.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Lian. Okay,
Okay.
so we the time is up. We couldn't get a few others to share, but thank you so much, instructors. So this is our last discussion. Okay, we can share to you the Google Sheet link if you want to go and see other instructors' points. So you can try to look and see whether the points is related to you, and you can try to apply in your center. Okay, so let's go to the main sessions room. Thank you so much for your participation. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank